Well, I always be looking like a mess, so ignore that. What are we doing today? Oh, first of all, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a video, well, I'm probably gonna do it in two parts. A video showing you what I use, as in like hardware, like physical things, to film my YouTube videos, and also what I use as far as software goes, like for editing, things of that nature, as well when I do my YouTube videos. I did have a subscriber asking questions about that not too long ago, I think, or actually by the time this video goes up, it was probably a while ago. But then I'm like, well, you know what? I haven't actually done a video on that. And I feel like if I show you guys what I started off with versus what I have now, it'll, I guess in a way, kind of help you from not getting discouraged about if you ever start a YouTube channel. But let me tell you, some of my setups were kind of questionable, so don't judge, okay? We all start somewhere, and this is also why I wanted to do the video, so you guys see where I started versus where I am now, and then who knows I'll be. Who knows where I'll be in the future. So this video is gonna be kind of like everywhere, and by everywhere I mean I'm gonna grab you and like take you with me and show you things versus just like staying here, because one of the things that I use for my hardware is what I'm filming on right now, which is actually my iPhone. I think it's the iPhone 12s Max, which I've done a video on before showing how it looks if I were to use it for flip throughs, which I was kind of concerned on whether or not it would look good or not, and turns out it looks great. So I'll post that video somewhere in the cards or in the description for you to go check it out. And my hair is getting long. Sorry, I'm getting mocos. No, where's my booger towel? What was I gonna say? So I can show you some physical things right now that I have on my desk, and then I'm gonna grab the camera and we're just gonna go around the room and show you what I used to use versus what I use now. So to start off with, one of the first things that I got was this little tiny tripod. Right now it's missing the piece where I would hook up to hold my phone, because I hooked it up to another device that I upgraded to hold my phone now, which I will show you too. But this is what I use, what I still use. Also, this is what I started using to film my videos. These little legs can get a bit longer, not too long. It's like a table tripod, but I mean, it works to do the flip through videos that you guys have been seeing on my channel. I had to clean my nose really quick, so in case this looks red, that's why. Where was I? Oh, right, so I used this little tripod. The legs can extend that far. I like it because it's travel size, it's tiny. For the most part, most of my videos, at least right now, are like tabletop videos, so this is very helpful to, and affordable too, to use. And then after this, I was trying to see if there's another way I can like film my videos in a different angle, or even like hold other lighting as well. So I ended up buying a more expensive tripod. So this is my go-to tripod for tabletop videos or flip through videos, this little dude right here. As far as the lighting goes, I will show you the different types of lighting that I used and or still use in my videos. One of them, well, two of them, they're both the same though, are these little guys right here. This is actually, these are just sold like just with one, but I bought two, and they are rechargeable lights. You plug it in right there to recharge them. They have different light settings. I don't think this has battery in it. Oh, it does. All right, so different light settings. It's a kind of like a soft box lighting, so it's not too harsh on your face. It has different brightness settings, so it can go super bright or just turn it off all the way. But these are the lights that I started with. What I would do is I would turn them both on at the highest setting and face my wall to give me more of a soft light look instead of having it facing me directly, because you know, I get greasy easily and that just looks too shiny on camera and it doesn't look very nice. So I would usually point this to the wall instead of directly at me. Now that I have a ring light though, I point that directly at me. This piece here, by the way, that's holding all of the lights, and this thing here does not come with these lights. I kind of forgot where I got this piece from. Just this thing right here. This here is a whole separate piece from another tripod that I have that I will show you. If you were to order the light, it's just literally the light itself, nothing else. All right, so now I'm gonna grab you and we're gonna move around, and I'm gonna show you the other ways that I have my camera set up to do videos. All right, so now you can see I was gonna say my dirty table. It's not dirty, it's beautiful. That's what it is. It has a lot of pretty things here. But this is my table. This is where I just had you right now while I was talking to you. Connected to this thing right here, which is what was connected to the mini tripod, that part right there. So this part comes with this tripod. Does not come with this ring light. But this is the ring light that I got. It is to hold a smartphone to record videos. It's a very affordable ring light too. And you can, I think has like 3 different light settings. Let me check. So this is the regular setting, a more blue tone setting, and then a yellow tone setting. But I keep it in the regular setting just because I look more normal that way. So that's the ring light. This is where I keep you to do front-facing camera videos. This is the tripod for when I do desktop videos, flip-through videos on my desk. When you see this view, this is what I'm using. This light is one that I started off with. It's called an Ott light. I have it covered with paper towels to give it that soft white light look, because without it, it would be too harsh. So this is what I use to get light from this side of my table if needed. Now remember that other tripod I was talking about that was pretty expensive compared to my little one? So it's this one right here, which is a very tall tripod. So this is where I would connect these lights, my starting lights, with this little thing here. So I would connect it in here and use that as another light source. What I used to do though, back in the day, was I would use this thing right here just randomly to prop my lights up like this to face the wall, right? It's facing the wall. And then I turn on my lights to use the wall to give me a soft light look. And then I leveled up to using a tripod, but that's what I started off with, using this to hold my lights, and then my baby tripod here to film the videos that had my face back in the day. So those are just some of the hardware things that I use for filming my YouTube videos, or what I have used in the past to film my YouTube videos. One thing that I forgot to mention, because I don't physically have the item anymore, I sold it a while back to get my phone actually, is I used to film with a Mark II G7X Canyon Power Shot. It's kind of like a point and shoot vlogging camera. That's what I used to use way back in the day when I first filmed my videos. If you scroll to my videos, the very first ones where I was filming like tabletop views, I was most likely using the Canon Mark II G7X. Pretty sure that's what it's called. I will put a picture of it on the screen because I don't have that camera anymore. I sold it to get my phone a few years ago. But the reason why I didn't want to continue using that camera, even though technically it does produce good quality, is because one of the things that really annoyed me while recording is, at least with that camera, is that it would shut off or stop recording after like 15 to 25 minutes. Just because that's the camera's default settings on its own. You can't really change it to be any longer. One of the main reasons why I prefer to use my phone is you can record video on your smartphone for hours and hours and hours, pretty much until the battery dies. So I prefer to do it this way because then I don't have to worry about wondering whether or not the whole video recorded, or that everything I said recorded, or my content recorded, you know what I mean? Instead of having that time limit, I'd rather have more of an unlimited time limit. There is still a time limit, but it's longer, if that makes sense, as opposed to just having 20 to 25 minutes of recording time before it stops every time. I now have hours and hours and hours of time to film a video. So that is one main reason why I decided to go with using a smartphone to record all of my YouTube videos instead of using a camera. Now, obviously, one of the downsides with recording with your phone, at least if you care about it or not, is if you use your phone's back cameras, it's a higher quality picture. However, you're not able to see yourself or how the video looks, or if everything is in frame. So when I'm recording a video, I'm using the front-facing camera on the phone, which is a little less of quality, depending whether or not you have good lighting. Like right now, obviously I'm using a ring light now for my videos, so it makes the quality just look a little bit better than before when I didn't have a ring light. But using the front-facing camera, I can clearly see myself on my phone's big screen, and I can tell that everything is in frame too. Another reason why I do like recording my videos on my phone is you can also pretty much edit your videos on your phone. I have done that before. I now solely focus on editing my videos on my iPad, and then I upload them to my YouTube channel via my laptop, because if I do it on my laptop, it's easier for me to edit and type everything than uploading it through my phone or through my iPad. If I remember the names of any of the other things that I mentioned that I use for recording my videos, I will leave them in the description down below. Otherwise, I would just suggest, do your research, take your time doing your research and finding what items best suit you, or even what you can afford as well. A lot of the things that I have, actually, minus my phone, obviously, is, I think they were each like under $35, like each item more or less. So not that expensive, but obviously it took me time to buy all of these things. I didn't buy them all in one shot. And this video isn't to say, oh, you need all of these things to start recording videos. No, it's like you saw how I propped up my my lights. I literally just put it on some random thing to hold my lights while I try to film myself. I've seen people make like their own tripods, well, not necessarily tripods, but their own like phone or camera holders out of books, like propping them in a weird way or using shelves, getting creative. As long as you're still able to film something, it doesn't really matter what your setup looks like when it comes to what is holding your camera or what is holding your phone or whatever device you're using to record. What matters is, as long as it works and it works for you, then go ahead and film and make your YouTube videos. I think I pretty much covered everything I use as far as like hardware. By that I mean like the physical, like things that I have when it comes to setting up before recording. Now, as far as the software goes, that's involving what I use to edit before I actually upload it to YouTube. That's gonna be part 2. We're gonna make a separate video for that, because I feel like that's gonna be longer too, because I do use a bunch of programs for many different things. Most of these are free, but a few of them do cost money. And again, you don't have to have those programs to do your YouTube videos. I'm just showing you what I use. So stay tuned for part 2 for the software and or programs that I use to make my YouTube videos. If you stuck to this part of the video, leave the TV emoji in the comments down below. That way I know. Don't forget to like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!